Right, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leader Raila Odinga has been blocked or was blocked by police from accessing the East African Portland cement site in Mavoko, where a highly contested demolition of homes and property has hit the fourth day. Odinga, accompanied by other opposition allied leaders, was met by unrelenting police officers who said they were carrying out an order and would not allow the leaders to address the public from the site. Odinga made several attempts to get access to the site, but were all met with a hard and explicit no. Wabomba. Emmanuel tells us more.
A lot of confusion emerged on East Africa Portland Cement PLC land as the ongoing demolitions get to the fifth day in Athi River, Machakos County.
Evictions should be carried out in a manner that respect the dignity, right to life, right to property, and the security of those people who will be affected by the evictions. There should be respect for the principles of necessity and proportionality during the use of force. And lastly, they should give the affected people the first priority to demolish by themselves in order to be able to salvage their property.
The demolitions, which began last Friday, have seen hundreds of residents of the newly created county village in Athi River, Machakos, rendered homeless, with several schools and churches demolished. On all these issues we have raised above, we have a number of demands. First is an immediate halt to the ongoing demolitions and evictions in the river. We are calling upon the government to engage in a meaningful and a compassionate dialogue with the affected residents. Number two, we are demanding that the government must ensure that the international human rights standards, including those related to forced evictions, are strictly adhered to during the removals, respecting the right to dignity and the well-being of all individuals and the communities involved and affected. Those who had settled in the area were forced to evict as bulldozers roared louder, bringing down lush homes on the disputed land. The demolitions are being effected after a 10-year court battle between the cement grinder East Africa Portland Cement PLC and Aimi Malukenya came to a close at Machakos CLC Court on 9th October 2023. Azimio coalition leaders on Monday were denied access to the site where demolitions are occurring at the East Africa Portland Cement Company in Athi River, Machakos. Leaders led by Azimio Principal Raila Odinga was set to visit the site where hundreds of residents have been evicted and had their properties demolished.
We are not destroying, we are doing the exact thing what was required to be done, bringing the land back to the original place.
The opposition leader was denied access to the premises as the authorities cited an ongoing process that should be completed before the visitation. Upon arrival, police officers told the Azimio leaders that they could not allow them to access the site at the moment. The Azimio leaders were told to wait until next week.
Now, Afande, let me ask you. I'm the area member of Parliament. This is a governor Machakos.
No problem. You came yourself as an area of Parliament. But you see the kind of the reaction that was there against you.
Just let him answer one question. Yeah. When do we anticipate that this process will go?
Probably leave it until next week.
Next week?
Yes.
No, but
not sitting well with Raila, he told the officers they were not bringing any harm to the area.
We are allowed as civilians to go and see. We are not interfering with.
However, the police officer said that they had received orders from above that no one should be allowed on the site.
The time to see is not yet. The operation is still going on. A lot of activities are going on there.
We are not interfering with whatever they're doing. But you're entitled
It's a direct interference because who are you going to see? You are seeing the person who is removing his own belongings, telling him to stop. Come and hear what he wants to say.
No, that's not what we are using.
Speaking to the media when he visited the site, the opposition faulted President William Ruto for allowing the injustice to continue under his watch.
What has gone on here in Mavoko these past few days is not just inhumane, it is also ungodly. What is going on here is forced eviction, the exact crime Ruto promised to bring to an end in July last year.
Raila added that the process is a gross violation of human rights and rights to adequate housing.
It's a gross violation of human rights, the right to adequate housing at a time the administration purports to be working to ensure that everyone has shelter. What's going on here indicates a systematic disregard of recognized human rights standards.
He added that the most affected people are among the poorest and upcoming middle class who had witnessed their lifelong savings turned to ashes.
The affected families, some among the poorest of the poor and their upcoming middle class, have not only witnessed lifelong savings demolished and crushed to ashes, they have been left to fend for themselves on the streets without basic shelter. Children who are learning in some of the schools here have seen their classrooms flattened into open fields. The upcoming exams.
Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, who appeared to be an ace, told the officers that they were following orders blindly.
That's what you're following blindly. Of course, he gave orders here.
Who?
In the president.
I was not in the meeting.
Yes. Okay. But you're following what was communicated.
Nimeona askari wake wako hapa. Nimeona vile wamekaa kule kama ile umbo ya ni ati wanafanya kazi. Hii kazi ya kubomoa mali ya watu si kazi ya askari kulinda.
Reporting for Maisha Prime Maisha Television, I'm Emmanuel Wabomba.